Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Johnny, people think we are losing our minds over here.
And we might just be actually losing it, Jenna, on this historic moment. When people come out and check it out, it is really, really exciting, Jenna. We are sitting here, we were on the brink of, as you can see here on the chart, on the brink of breaking all-time highs. And I was on the road. So we couldn't do it live, but we said we're going to get here. And here we are sitting here, rejected from the all-time high, Jenna, but very, very, so close. We got to 68,770, is it? And the all-time high of all time was we missed it by $15. Like $15 away from rejection. Well, here's the question. It's still, the night is young, Jenna. Like you're doing it, you go to the bar, you go to a chick, you say, hey, let me buy you a drink, you get rejected, right? But you don't stop right there. You're like, all right, go to the next one.
You try it again.
So will Bitcoin try it again, Jenna? I think she's gonna try it again.
Hell yeah. We're going back up, Johnny. We're going back up. We're gonna try it again. Bitcoin is not giving up this easily. I would be super surprised if it did. But at the same point in time, I'm not gonna be mad if we go sideways right here for a little bit and let the alts start to pop off, because I know we've been sitting on some alt bags, but we love it. Here, wait, I'll pull up my market cipher, but we're going to hang out here. We're going to watch.
Let's pull up your market. And welcome. While you're pulling up, Jenna, I'm just going to welcome all the crypto maniacs out there coming in live tonight. Hopefully you're out there and you're enjoying this moment too, man. It was so exciting. We're like, oh my God, it's going to break it. It's going to break. Got so close to all-time highs and rejected. But like we said, if you missed earlier in the show, just because you get rejected once in a bar doesn't mean you don't go and ask the next lady if you want to buy her a drink. You keep trying again, and we'll see if Bitcoin can fight and bust through that all-time high. With that said, I see you've got your little market cipher up there, Jenna. Why don't you tell our audience what's going on over there?
I love market cipher. All right, guys. So you can see that we got rejected up here. I was checking out the 1 minute while you were on the road, Johnny, and I was like, oh, I think that we are lagging out, and we ended up getting rejected. We're going down a little bit. But what I love on market cipher, and you do need to come out a little bit further to kind of get more of a picture and some confluence with all of the indicators, just so you know what's actually going on. But right now, our stochastic RSI, we are going down a little bit. These are just the babies, right? But if we zoom out, and mind you, we've been overbought for a while. So if we zoom out on the hourly, we are coming down on the stochastic RSI, but the money flow is still very, very strong, which you can see down here, all of that green on the momentum wave. It's all high. That's good. It's not down yet. So I think this baby still has some life in it. If we go zoom out even further, the money flow is still high. To me, overbought doesn't mean anything. Like not in a bull run, right? Because we have too many narratives right now, too much going on. But I don't have anything that's telling me, hey, get out of your position right now, sell. Actually, if you're zooming out on the macro, things still look pretty good. So I definitely think that Bitcoin is going to come back up and try it again. Let me check out the 7-minute. I like the 7-minute charts. Let me pull this up.
Tell me why you like the 7. I like 7 minutes because when we were in school, we used to play 7 minutes in heaven. I don't know if anybody ever remembers that game.
Johnny, that's not what I thought you were gonna say, like why you were gonna say that, but it's so along the same lines. It's so funny. Yeah, no, let me pull it up because I can find a lot of flags on the 7-minute, and then if we lose the 7-minute, then I'll go over and I'll check the 15 and everything. But I can get a lot of flags on the 7-minute time frame. Let me actually reduce this. Our momentum wave is coming down just a little bit, but this isn't strong enough for me to be like, oh, we're giving up. We're already back up past what at 68 243 right now. We want to keep coming back up and trying. So if we test it again tonight, I'm not going to be surprised if we blow through this. I'm not giving up. Not giving up.
And like you said something important. There's a lot of green. The cash flow, the money flow moving in is important. And yes, we might be overbought, but like you said, in a bull run, you could stay in the overbought territory for quite some time. And we've been seeing that. Jenna, I honestly don't think we're anywhere near the point where we're gonna, roll over and be headed to the bear. We're just getting started here. And that's what's very, very interesting about this actual current fourth bull cycle.
Same Z's. And somebody's asking right now about XRP. I'm actually long on XRP right now. I have been, I've been trading that for a while, but XRP has, a lot of money flowing in, momentum waves positive and everything. I definitely wouldn't be shorting XRP right now unless it's a quick scalp, but zoomed out on the macro, I would not be short XRP. Like that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jenna. On XRP, boy, this would be such a bad time to get out. I mean, think about it. XRP hasn't even had a chance to get started yet. It just got the monkey off its back. It's the last to pump. And we can certainly look at the XRP chart later. What we're here tonight is we're here on BTC Party Watch night as we wait to see if BTC, Bitcoin, can break its all-time high. And the reason why that's significant or important, guys, is because at the end of the day, remember, if this market goes as Bitcoin goes, and as money is drawn into Bitcoin, it brings credibility to it. It wakes up the rest of the world, and then that money flows. Eventually, some of it flows out of Bitcoin as people take profits, and they roll it into all the altcoins. And so you get that rotation, and that's usually what happens when what gets everybody excited about these markets. And we have a question here. Jenna, do you have price targets for XRP? I was glad somebody brought that question up because, when you're playing in this space, that's a very good question. I would love to hear from our chat. How many of you in the chat right there, put a 1 in the chat right now if you have an exit plan. If you honestly sat down and wrote on a piece of paper or a spreadsheet, or maybe you even have Merlin, and you create an exit strategy for your account, put a 1 in the chat. If you have not created an exit strategy for this upcoming bull run, put a 2 in the chat, because I want to see how many people are thinking ahead, how many people are preparing themselves mentally. We got a couple zeros too. I love it. I'm going to take that as a no. But the reality is, if you haven't thought of an exit plan, you're going to set yourself up for what we all did in the prior bull run. You're going to watch these coins in your portfolio value go up, and then you're going to watch it come all the way back down. Thank you, Kelly, for a 1.5. What's good? I guess that means a half and half. That's like an Italian half and half. Like, mezza. I get it.
An Italian half a half.
Mezza. Yeah, that's right. Half in, half out. But the reality is I am seeing a lot of 2s, which means a lot of you don't have exit plans. And the good news for all you then is you're going to be able to learn tonight. We're going to talk to you a little bit about how to, what an exit plan is, the importance of it, and a place where you can go and start building yourself. Not only track all your coins in one place, but you'll be able to create an exit strategy. So important to do that, guys, because if you don't, I'm telling you now, you won't be prepared for what's to come. And when it comes quick, it comes fast. And then the next thing you know, you're like, wow, I just lost all my, you go from 100,000 here to 1,000 here to back to where you started. You're like, what just happened? And it's designed, the market's designed to do that way. So, you guys are going to want to make sure you've got that set up. Jenna, anything you want to share with your Cypher tool there?
Well, so I'm just looking right now, going back on the weekly, and if you look, remember 20,000 was such like a psychological barrier, right? And over here, that was, what is this, like close to 20,000, right? That was where we had to break through, right?
Yeah.
In 2021, we smashed through that MFR. Look, boom, all the way up to 40,000.
Damn.
Yeah, guys.
Are you able to see the time scale on that, Jenna? Was that a day? Was that a week? Was that an hour?
So
what's the time scale?
this is the weekly, Johnny. So right here about was the 20,000 mark. That was the 7th of December in 2020. And then by the 7th of December, all the way to about 1 month later, January of 2021, we had already doubled it, smashed through it, saw a small retracement around to 30,000, and then bam, back up by February 15th, all the way up to 58,000. Little retracements kept it moving. And then we know what happened later on in 2020. By the summer, we dipped down a little bit. Then we came up and we tried it again, made a new all-time high in the fall. So guys, I mean, and look right here. You can see that little bit of resistance, boom, right here, just a little bit, right? But it was kind of sitting right there and a little bit sideways, it looks like, for just a couple weeks. So if we go sideways here, don't be surprised. And then boom, just blasts through. I would not be shorting this. And rest in peace to all the bears right now. I would not be surprised if we are at 120,000 by this time next year. And I'm looking at Market Cypher on the weekly and everything. There is nothing about this that would make me want to short Bitcoin on a larger scale right now. Absolutely not. Looking at the macro.
I'll tell you what, like normally in normal conditions, when you're going near all-time highs, that definitely makes for a potential decision point, right? And at that point, you're going to get bears who say, oh, this is a great place to short, right? But the reality is, and I think we lost Jenna, but she'll be back soon. The reality is, oh, there she goes, coming back. The reality, there she is, she's back. And the reality, like, where'd she go? The reality is, when you're near that all-time high, and it makes sense, you're like, oh, I want to short this thing. And I'll pull this up until you get your screen back up. Let's look at this thing. You can see, guys, like we're back here retesting the all-time high again. And so bears are going to be like, this is a great time to short. But here is the one thing that's different, Jenna. And this is what I've been trying to say, and educate people on is what you've known in the past. Take that history, take that experience, roll that son bitch up, crumble it, and throw it out the window. Because here's the difference. This is the first time ever in the crypto space that we now have the big boys who have confiscated our sandbox. They take it, they own it. We have a Bitcoin ETF. The whole world can play in it. BlackRock, as of today, owns, I think I saw today, it was 10% of all the Bitcoin in the world is owned by the ETFs. So they've confiscated it. And we've only seen the beginning, in my opinion, the beginning of the money flow that's actually flowing into all this space. So like, while everybody's thinking like, oh, we're going to get rejected here, it would not surprise me if eventually we blast through this and we blast right up into the hundreds, because I think at the end of the day, there's just so much new money that's going to come in that I tell everybody, expect the unexpected. What you think is going to happen will not, because the big boys are here now and they're going to change the game.
Well, you know what? You're 100% right. What are institutions here to do? Stabilize the price, right? Though they don't like extreme volatility like everybody's getting now. They have to make returns, right? But I think the days of an 80% retracement are gone for Bitcoin. Our probably new all-time low when we blast through this is probably going to be over 50K, to be quite honest with you, if you look at previous history and what's happened. Crypto Tales, he's bullish. He's saying, I'm thinking 72K this week. I am thinking that might not even be a problem. I've seen a couple TA guys who are really, really good, and they're calling for about the same thing.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth there to the fact that we, when we bust through this thing, we're now in uncharted territory. But like you said, they are here. The big boys are here to make money, and they're they are not. And this thing is just getting started. We are so early into this thing that, to me, like, so I've got. And I'm not a Bitcoin maxis by any bit, but I got a little bit, right? And I'm not selling, John. Bitcoin, because it's
No, me either.
because it's so scarce.
Yeah.
I need to see how this is going to play. We've never in any of our
Right.
lifetimes here,
Never.
other than maybe arguably gold, we haven't got to experience an asset that's in the world that's scarce, limited, finite, and it's just only so many, 21 million. That's it. We've never got to see when the whole world is chasing after that. This is the first time ever we're going to see it. There ain't no way I'm selling short on these little, right now.
No way. No way.
Even at 120K, it's like, no, this thing can go to $1 million someday. I honestly believe it can if you've got the whole world chasing this thing with 450 coins produced a day.
Me too. And I was on Around the Blockchain today with Gary Cardone, and I mean, he brought up, he's awesome, right?
Yeah,
he's great. He's actually my favorite Bitcoin maxi. But he brought up a lot of great points, and it's like, there will be a time where, a lot of the smaller retail investors who got in super early, they have dreams and goals and everything, and they're going to want to sell. Everybody has a price, right? What good is sitting on it forever if you don't buy yourself a home, or whatever. So that looks different for everybody. But he said there's so many, people out there who are mega, mega wealthy that are looking for other investments right now other than real estate. They want something else, and this is their something else, and they're going to buy it from the little guys. And we will get to a point where, owning one Bitcoin, that will be like, nobody will be able to wrap their head around that, like our kids and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be a topic of discussion, like, oh, you actually own some of that? Because most of it we're just gonna be trading derivatives of, and that's exactly what they want. So no, I used to be like, oh, gung-ho, XRP maxi, whatever, but now I'm study DCAing into Bitcoin even at these prices. But I gotta put that back for my kids. I have to. What am I going to tell them? Oh, I knew about it and I didn't buy $100 a week for each of you guys. Like, that's stupid. And that's why I trade, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, here's the funny thing. You and I right now in our lifetime, we're able to buy a Bitcoin. But the reality is our kids in their lifetime, they're only going to be able to afford Satoshis. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there's a reason why Bitcoin is, and I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but Bitcoin is broken down really into Satoshis. And you can buy one Satoshi. It's 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin. And so, there is that opportunity for people to buy Satoshis. But folks like us who hold on now, who've been able to get in early, you certainly can, it will be like, oh my God, you got a Bitcoin? I do think somewhere down the road, Bitcoin will eventually, if the world grasps it like I think they will, now that we have ETFs and it's legit, and all the millionaire, multi-million, and all the super elites and rich buy into it as they're selling off their stock. You saw the other day Zuckerberg sold and Bezos sold $6 billion worth. Jenna, where are they going to put that money? You got $6 billion in fiat. Where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it?
Bitcoin.
You're going to put it in silver. You're going to put it in gold. You're going to put it in real estate, and you're going to put it in Bitcoin. That's where it's going to go. And I think that's why we're stuck. That's why I think 69K is a joke. I think it's like laughable. I don't think we're anywhere near the top of this thing. Nowhere near it.
How much easier it is to sell $1 million worth of Bitcoin versus $1 million worth of gold or silver. You have to call ahead. You got to make plans. You got to make sure that there's a buyer that they have on. You know what I mean?
100%. Couldn't imagine saying, hey, I want to sell $1 million worth of gold. First of all, I got to rent the truck to carry all the gold.
Right.
Then you got to rent a couple cops. Then you got to get a bunch of lead to protect your silver, your gold. I mean, you got to get the guns loaded. I mean, it's impractical, right? Versus if I want to sell a Bitcoin, it's like, I just do this. I pick up my phone. I type in, how many Satoshis I want to transfer. I hit the button. Boom. I make sure I double check the wallet address to make sure I haven't screwed it up. I test it once. I test it twice. Then I send it and it's game over and it's done just like that. And that's why Michael Saylor, he said there's nothing. And kudos to Michael Saylor, man. He held his guns when everybody was bashing him. He bought it at 30 average price. So it was down to 15. Everybody was laughing at him, but he kept buying more because he knew at the end of the day he was right. There is no bet. Bitcoin is the perfect. It is the perfect future store of value. If you think about it, it acts like gold because it's limited in quantity, but you can ship it like it's like an email. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect marriage between monetary and digitization. You almost couldn't come up with a better solution.
Right. But also, here's the thing. I know we're here to pump up like this whole Bitcoin party we're watching. We're excited. This is a historical moment, but either way, I am like very, very certain it is happening this week. But also, I could be wrong. Could go zero. I doubt that'll happen. But I don't think that this is why Bitcoin won't be used for payments. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
If people can't buy Bitcoin easily, how are you going to use it for payments? And don't even tell me the Lightning Network you can. No. So like that's where it's going to come in. We need XRP, XLM. We need these ones that are super fast, that are made for like the ACH transaction type things. And that is exactly what they're for. Why reinvent the wheel? Bitcoin is meant to be a store of value. People want to lock that away. They want to keep it on their ledgers, etc. It's not realistic for people to go buy coffee with Bitcoin. It's just not.
Right. Yeah. No, Bitcoin will ultimately be, like you said, a store of value.
Yeah.
There will be other solutions that are designed. Listen, the world, everything in life is designed for a certain thing. Designs are, we design solutions to meet certain situations. And Bitcoin, the ultimate store, its ultimate utility case, as we know now, the world has decided it's going to be a store of value. It's going to be gold, digital gold. Systems like, XRP, XLM, or Ripple, Stellar, WadsPay, HBAR. There's so many different other solutions that will handle payments and payment, payment solutions, if you will, systems out there that you won't need to use something like this. There will be different layers built up as you stack these things to be able to handle the monetary system. So I think from that perspective, that's why the altcoin space is exciting to me, Jenna, because we know what Bitcoin is. It is primarily a digital store of value. But then you have the whole altcoin market and the blockchains. Those blockchains support real world solves like tokenization, real world play to earn gaming. There's just so many different smart contract, DApps, DeFi. There's so many different things where the world is headed to that gets you really, really excited of all these different opportunities that are out there. And there's so many of them. But it's important that people do their research, do their homework, and understand what they're investing in, and don't just hop into crypto just to make a quick buck. Because you might get lucky, but you're better off going to the casino. If you don't know this space and you aren't researching it, and you're just hearing your friends say, "Hey, I just made $1 gazillion in Pepe," and now you're here, you're
right. Beautiful point. You can't do that. And I think honestly, we need to have a conversation about this. Like, these memes are shiny and fun, but guys, I don't know if you were around in 2021, but remember how euphoric it was and how excited we were. I bought the tops of Kishu. I thought I was going to be a Kishu millionaire. Emacs, I got holding the top of that. So listen, I know, right? And
still got pain right here in that one.
If you weren't already in it, or buy a dip very early, don't get distracted. Don't give up your utility tokens that have not popped off yet, or even your metaverse tokens that haven't popped off yet. I was just looking at Root, and that's Futureverse, and that's backed by Ripple, and they have so much awesome stuff going on. Their partnerships are absolutely huge. That token hasn't even popped off yet, and I'm I'm not going to give up on that. Why? I want to invest in things they're going to maximize my ROI. So you got to be super, super careful. Do not get stuck holding these bags. Just know that there are retracements, guys. So don't lose focus.
Yes. And I'm glad you said that, because I think, listen, it's totally cool to want to, I look at it this way. The way I play the game, yes, it's called Root by Futureverse, guys. And I believe that is I think that's a symbol too, Root. You want to look at, when you play this space, you look at it as this, you want to invest in real world play And then listen, if you want to take 10, 20% and play and gamble, by all means, go ahead. I think what's important, Jen, is people need to have an exit plan. That's really the key, is when you're getting into this space, make sure you're able to understand what your portfolio is doing. And when you get into something, you need to know when the hell to get out. And I think that's the problem. A lot of people don't. If we ask our chat, I mean, we already asked, and we know most of them don't even have an exit plan.
Awesome.
Most of them don't know when to get out. So you're already destined to fail. And I think this might be a good time for us to talk about, you know, how do we solve for that, right? What do you do? And so there's a couple things you can do. First of all, get a damn piece of paper, if nothing else, and write down some prices of what you think you want to get out of. You know, just get your money back. If you paid $1 for something, you know, maybe write yourself a plan where at $2, I'm going to take some out and take my original investment out, right? Something like that. That's your basic rudimentary. But if you haven't done that, you know, the first thing is, where can you see all your coins? Is everything in the same place? And what we're going to show you guys, we'll show you a quick ad of what Merlin is all about, and then we got a little demo that we're going to run for you. So let me just run this, play this for you guys. You get a sense of what it is, and then we're going to show you why it's the smartest way to track your crypto.
Have you gotten wrecked in the crypto market space or watched your crypto portfolio go all the way up and then all the way down without taking profits? If so, it's probably because you didn't have an exit plan. The good news is that doesn't need to happen anymore thanks to a new and innovative crypto tracker called Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto. Merlin brings all your coins into one place so you can see all your assets across the different exchanges on one screen. You can see your total portfolio value and, more importantly, your daily gains, losses, and totals since inception. Merlin puts the power back in your hands so you no longer have to guess what your portfolio is doing on a daily or monthly basis. Most importantly, Merlin lets you create an exit plan and sends you notifications when your targets are reached so you no longer have to get wrecked in the marketplace. Go to merlincrypto.com, that's merlincrypto.com, and sign up for our free 30-day trial and get on the wait list so you can receive an email when the product is launched. Don't miss out on this new and innovative app, Merlin. It's the smartest way to track your crypto.
And of course, that's an older ad. We didn't update the ending. So we are launched. We are live. Click on the link below this video. On the link down there, Jenna's got it planted in there. Sign up for a free 30-day trial, because what's really cool about Merlin, Jenna, is this is not just a portfolio tracker, right? It brings all your things together, but it also allows you to be able to create an exit plan. And so what I mean by, let's check this out. Here's a demo account. And you can see we got a markets page. We can see, but check this out. Here you can see this account. This is a demo account, so don't worry about going to hack into it. It's not real. But you can see here all the holdings in one place. You can see what the price is. You can see what your daily gains and losses are, and you can actually sort by your biggest gainer and loser of the day. That's what I really love about days like this, Jenna. Before, in 2021, this didn't exist, right? So I didn't know what my account was doing. Yeah, no clue. I'm in a spreadsheet. I'm on 5 different exchanges. I'm in, you know how it is when you buy crypto. You can't buy it all in one place. You're buying some on Uniswap, some on Crack. Yeah, you're all over the place. You're scattered like a. Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but anyway, you're spread everywhere, right? And so the reality is now this brings it all together in one place, and I don't have to panic and wonder what's up, what's down, am I winning, am I losing? No, I just click this button and boom, I'm like, oh, my biggest gainer is XRP today, right? And then your total gains. But the best part is this right here, the exit plan and the alerts, because I can just click on this and I can create an exit plan. In this case, I've already done it. But you click on it and you can see here, I'll actually open up the tool. And here, I can create an exit plan. I can tell it what percentage of I want to hold, what percent I want to sell, what percentage I want to hold. Then once I've decided that, it'll tell me, it'll show me like, okay, if you want to hold 50% of 50,000 coins, that's 25,000 coins you have to sell. And then I just tell it what percentage of that amount I want to sell. And then I give it the price targets, and it tells me here how many coins I need to sell at each point. It even tells me what I'm going to owe in taxes. It's going to show me my total profit, and then what I'm going to have to put aside for Uncle Sam. And then as you can see here, all in one place, I can see the breakout of which different wallets I might have those coins spread amongst. And then, of course, if you want to look at the exit strategy, you can see here where it shows you what you've created. It shows you the price targets when you're going to sell, how many coins, what your profit is at each point, and your total profits. And the best part, you get an alert, so you don't even have to worry about it. I don't have to look at my phone 20 times a day anymore, Jenna. I look at it once a day, maybe not even, because I know I'm going to get those alerts when it's time to sell. And so the good news is, guys, you can try this out for free for 30 days, risk-free. We've designed it so you can cancel in the app if you don't want it within the 30 days, and we won't charge your card. We've made it very simple, but we want people to bring all their stuff together in one spot. So hopefully that gives people a chance to be able to win in this market space.
I love it, love it, love it. And like Johnny, it's like your story of what was it, your Amazon stock that you sold way too early and kicked yourself in the ass for. So now you have designed the problem solver for this. And you know, it's great because I know when I'm exiting out, I'm not going to sell everything. Like I am going to always leave like a small bag, but to ladder out, this is great. You could be out running around, your alert goes off, you're like, oh shit. I mean, you can sleep at night. You don't have to like worry about, hey, am I going to miss this? Because in crypto, bam, you could be up and down so quick. You guys already know that.
You're so smart. I'm so glad you said that. You said something that's important. When people hear the word exit plan, when we talk about it, they're like, oh, I don't want to sell my crypto. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. You shouldn't. An exit plan, I'm so glad you brought this up. An exit plan doesn't mean you sell all your crypto. An exit plan means you sell some of your crypto at certain prices. Like you could see in this example, we said we're going to sell 70% of our crypto, and we're going to take 30% of us into the future. We're going to do exactly what I didn't do, which I wish I did when I had my Amazon shares back in 1997. I wish I had a 70-30 plan or a 50-50 plan. I wish I had an exit plan that said sell half and keep half. Instead, I had a retarded plan, which was sell it all like an idiot, and I sold it all, and I got nothing to show for it. And now I'm not, could have been a multi-millionaire had I held on to it. So I'm not making that mistake again. And I've trained my brain to have an exit plan, to sell some chunks, take profits, but also leave some for the future, which I now call schmuck insurance. So you're not going to be a schmuck no more. I know now if this shit pumps and keeps going up, guess what? I'm not worried because I still got 20-30% of my bags coming with me to the future. And that really is the name of the game, guys. Take profits on the way up. And as these things pull back, listen, you're not going to sell and take, you're not going to catch the top. Don't expect it. Just be happy to take profits along the way up the mountain so that you're not sliding down on the backside. Let me show you what this, you guys have all seen what these charts look like, right? You want to be selling at different price points. There you go. Crypto Tales. You're right, my man. Take profits on the way up, even at these different points. You might have a few more up here that may never hit. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You're taking profits on the way up. So when it comes back down later on, you're not going to be sitting there crying and kicking yourself in the ass wondering, why the hell didn't I take profits? So, and especially, look at this, Jenna. We are sitting in a fear and greed index of 90. I mean, right now, this is the time. 90. This is where you want to be taking some profits potentially. Again, this is primarily more around Bitcoin. So the altcoin market, I think we all feel there's still a big pump coming. So on those, you might not want to take some profits yet or take little profits along the way, but be ready. Now, I do think we are going to get a kickback. I think we're going to see this meter spin around. We're going to go into some fear. I think there will be a pullback at some point. It's natural. We need it. And then we're going to send us for that second leg up.
I agree with you. Listen, I normally would be scared. But I'm in a few positions and I'm not over leveraged. Like I've learned before, because we were not this high though. January 3rd, remember, we got that huge crash, and oh my God, I sat in like 5 trades for almost a month before I got out. I was like, your homegirl doesn't use stop losses. So I was like, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to patiently wait these out. And it's fine. And of course I got out of them all in profit, just had to be patient. It's cool. But right now I'm like, okay, I'm not, but at the same point in time, I'm looking for peak times to get in for trading, but I'm not actively buying any of the other alts because I already had my chance to get them. Unless I'm really convicted on them, Johnny. I mean, I don't know. How about you? Other than Bitcoin right now, like I want to stack that, but what about you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've got a certain set of bags set aside that I'm you know, in altcoins that I think are real world solve plays that I'm very, very happy about. And I will, you know, watch those, see how they go, and execute the exit plan that I've created. I also am very, very big into the gaming space. I think two very big narratives that we're going to hear this coming bull run is going to be AI and tokenization, big data. Big data, I kind of call this all kind of AI and big data is one. Tokenization is going to be two. And then really the third one is gaming. Those three areas, Jenna, is where I am focused this year. And I'm looking to buy, you know, I have a good chunk of my basket. You have to make sure when you invest in the space, I tell everybody we do one-on-one consultations with groups. And when I tell everybody is make sure you're invested in the different sectors. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I try to spread my eggs out into a bunch of different baskets of different sectors, and the sectors that I like the most this time around is gaming, tokenization play, and AI and big data. That's where I'm playing. I'm looking for some large caps. I also have some mid caps, and then I look for the really low market caps. And I'll give a gem tonight. One of the ones that I recently just purchased that I really, really like is Pom. I always
say what?
I always screw up the name of it. It's Pomerium. P-O-M-R
If you can't say it, you can't buy it, Johnny.
Really I'll just give you the symbol. It's PMG. So, but there's two PMGs. There's two PMGs on it. It's a very, very low cap market play. It's a mobile market play. It's one of my favorites. I did just grab into it. I think it was about 7 or 8, maybe $10 million market cap. So I love that one. But again, that's a risk. That's a gamble. You know, if you're a degenerate like me, you put a little bit in there. But to me, that's where. Thank you, Cream. We appreciate that. Merlin, we do hope is a game changer because
777 Bitcoin 67 777. Listen,
look at that. Yeah,
that's lucky. Those are lucky numbers. That shit is going up.
Love sevens. Sure.
It's gonna go up. That is all I know. Yeah, so I found a cool meme. That's the first meme on Beam, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna tell you what it is because I haven't bought it yet, because I'm gonna go do that after the show. And yeah, that's the only meme I'm getting into right now. But Johnny, I think we should play the Pump It Up song, pump everybody up. Like, let's do it for a minute. I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to spike up to all-time high while we're on this show, but yes, let's show it.
Are we playing your version, or are we playing?
Yeah, play those. Right. Yeah,
here we go. We'll play that. Let's see if it looks like it's loading up. Hold on, let me refresh.
Johnny, are you on dial-up?
You know what? I might be, but let's let it run. Can you hear it?
Oh, you got it from the volume. I can't hear it.
Can you hear it?
No.
All right. I don't know why this thing's being. Let me see if I can reshare it and see if it'll actually play the volume this time.
No, Kelly, not PNG. It's PM. Wait, PM, right? With an M. As
M.
in man.
Michael. Peter Michael George. PMG. Do your research. It's a very low cap. It's a low cap. It is very, very high risk. Don't put your baby food. Don't put your baby food money in it, Michael, or your rent money. Make sure you put money that you can afford to lose in there, because that's all you're going to want to put in there. Because it can shit the bed. All right, Jenna, tell me if you can actually hear the audio this time when I play it.
I heard your phone every time. Yeah.
Can you hear it now? Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. And Jenna was asking, where am I? Here I am, Jenna.
Johnny, look at him. He's so great. Look at that.
I like this guy too. Don't forget this guy. We gotta get the smelling salts out, Jenna, like the Rogan show. But yeah, here it is,
guys. New ATH this week. Let's get it.
Yep.
I'm bullish. We're bullish. I think we're going down for a little bit. That's okay. We'll be back for a retest. We're going to be back. I have full faith we're going to be back. Maybe not on the 1 minute chart, but we're coming back up. We're not giving up that easily. It's like the guy at the bar that won't take no for an answer. We're going back up.
Like I said, at the end of the day, There is no doubt about it. He got rejected once, but don't worry. He'll be coming back to the bar tomorrow night, and he'll be making more offers, and we'll see if he gets rejected again or does he bust through the all-time high. It's only a matter of time, Jenna. I think it's only a matter of time at this point.
Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. We're not scared of these 1 hour charts, these little dips. We buy these dips and we sell the rips. I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you so much. Thanks for hanging out, sharing all the good vibes. Don't forget, there is a link down below. If you do not have Merlin and you want to try it free for 30 days, my link is below. So definitely check that out. And if you decide you don't want it, it's super easy. You can click like one button and just like cancel if you don't like it. But you're probably going to love it.
Yep. And with that said, folks, keep it up. Keep looking up. Only a matter of time before we bust an all-time high. Woo!